What is up, dudes? Lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. My name's John, and we've got some more Infinite Ignition news. In fact, the rest of all Infinite Ignition news, which means after this stuff, we're only waiting on to hear like what the reprints are going to be to come out in Infinity Chaser. So we got all the Evil Eyes like a month ago. We have all the Witchcrafts about a couple days ago, and today we finally get Infinite Ignition, the final pieces. So I took a brief glance at these. None of them really killed me, so I mean, I don't know combos for this deck or anything, but maybe there are some good stuff, but let's just read them. Let's just take them on together. So the first one here is Infinitrack Harvester. Okay, it's a level 2 Earth Machine effect monster. 0 attack, low attack, 2100 defense. Pretty big ass booty. I like that, at least something. And then both of his effects are hard once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, add one Infinitrack monster from your deck to your hand. Is Infinitrack going to be like... Oh no. So Infinitrack or Infinitrack is like the new name instead of Infinite Ignition. Oh, Infinite Ignition definitely sounds cooler. Alright, whatever. But this is your searcher, I guess. It's a level 2. You have to normal it in attack mode, which is kind of lame, but you can also special it. Okay. Not bad. I mean, you need to have some kind of road. Every deck needs some kind of search card like this to boost consistency. Second effect says you can target one machine monster you control except this card until the end of the turn. The levels of this card and that target become the total of their combined original levels. So this one's level 2, which is actually pretty good because the way a lot of the XCs work is they're like 5, 7, and 9, right? Yep. So literally level 5, 7, and 9, which means you already have a level 5 in the deck. Which means if you have the level 5 and that guy on board, they're both level 7. You can go right into level 7, whereas usually you need to rank up and up and up. But this just gets you right into the 7, I guess, with that other monster on board. You've already seen this guy, Infinitrack Rock Anchor. You've already seen this guy, Infinitrack Cancer Crane. He searches Outrigger Expand, which is a card we got announced a couple days ago. And then for new ones, we have Infinitrack Drag Shovel. There's a level 5 Earth Machine effect monster, 1500 attack, not great, 2100 defense, solid booty. And both of his effects as well are hard once per turns. You contribute one Earth Machine monster you control to special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Okay, it's a -1, straight up, which kind of stinks, but they do have value in the grave, a lot of the monsters. Or a lot of the XCs, right? I believe the XCs have effects that get them back from grave pretty easy. Second effect, you can banish one machine monster from your graveyard to add one spin turn from your deck to your hand. That's another one of the cards I believe we got announced a couple days ago, but I don't know if we had the right name for it. I don't remember. We'll go through them over here. Then another new one, we have Infinitrack Trencher. Which is level 5 Earth, so a lot of level 5s here, so we'll see that. It's just these two. These are the only two level ones. 2, 4, and then a bunch of level 5s. This guy's 500 attack, low again, 2400 defense, big booty. Each of his effects hard once per turns. You contribute one Earth Machine monster you control to special summon this card from your hand defense position. Okay, common theme. Second effect says you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one level 5 or lower Infinitrack monster in your graveyard, except for itself, and special summon that monster in defense position. It is level 5 and not level/rank, so you cannot bring back an XCs, but this is still pretty nice to just, even after this card is engraved, just bring out another one. Which is pretty cool, especially like if you summon him one way and then tribute him to bring back one of the XCs, and then you can extend even further by bringing back another one from grave. So I feel like this one's a little better than some of the other. I mean, I also don't remember what Spin Turn and Outrigger Expand do, but this one seems not too shabby. And then the last new main deck monster, at least, is Infinitrack Roadheader, which is level 5 Earth Machine effect monster. We actually have one with high attack, 2200 attack, 500 defense. All right, both effects hard once per turns. You contribute one Earth Machine you control, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Problem is he's summoning himself in defense position, and he's the only one with actual attack stat. Just kind of stinks, but okay. Second effect says you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 5 Earth Machine monsters in your graveyard, shuffle those monsters into the deck, and then draw 2 cards. So we have our Pot of Avarice here, which is decent. I mean, I don't know how fast this deck loads monsters into the grave, but if it does, you definitely might want to play this card at 1, just if you are able to send cards. Oh. Whoa! Alright. Excuse me. Jeez. I don't know how easy it is to send cards and get them in grave and get him in grave specifically. But if you can, I mean, the draw 2 late in the game can definitely be clutch. So can't overlook that. We've already seen some of these cards. This is your Infinitrack Riverstorm. This is the one that detaches to add any Earth Machine monster from deck to hand. Or you can send an Earth Machine from deck to grave. There you go. Just send Roadheader and then a Pot of Avarice. So this card could essentially be draw 2, which is pretty cool. We've already seen Colossal Mountain. He pretty much gains attack and then also brings himself back. So he just... you attach material to gain 1,000. When he destroys a monster by battle, you can attach that monster to this card as material. And then if he's in the grave, you contribute a machine link monster to special summon him in defense mode. So that's pretty good there. I feel like this link monster is the key of this link 1. Obviously, I don't think this... if this card itself does not seem amazing, but because it's a link 1, it helps, like, you just special summon these really quick and then go into your link 1 and then they have their graveyard effects, right? So I feel like these work pretty well that way, and I guess you have pretty basic combos. I think the problem is you need to open these with a monster you can normal summon, and the only normal summons you have are these 2. So I don't know what Earth Machines will specifically work in this archetype, but I'll definitely have to look into it. And when I do like a full archetype review, I'll definitely go through those kind of cards and see what specifically can work in this deck. Because you look at a deck like Evil Eye, and that deck is so specific, archetype specific, all the cards. So like it's kind of hard to play generic cards. Obviously, there are the super generic cards that work, but nothing crazy. But this just... any Earth Machine that has anything decent ability can probably work in this deck, especially if it normal summons. So I'll have to look at that. Definitely train stuff is interesting, but we'll see there. These are the 2 cards that are searchable. Outrigger Expand, which is has a protection effect, which means machine XCs can't be targeted by card effects, and then also you can just rank up essentially. So just target a Infinitrack XCs and then summon one on top of it with 2 ranks higher. So if you bring this guy out, you search, and then you just place the 7 on top of him. I believe it's once per turn, so then next turn you can just put the 9 on top of him. And then they bring themselves back from graves. If you detach as cost, they then can bring themselves back, and so on and so forth. So I think the archetype is interesting. I'm curious how fluid it is, because you do play a lot of 5s, how problematic that can be, but we'll have to wait and see there. This boss monster is like, if you summon him, it's probably game, but he does take 3 XD's monsters total, which is rough. And then Spin Turn is like your removal card. You target 1 attack position Earth XCs and 1 monster, change your battle position, and if you do, destroy the opponent's monster, or it does target and destroy. That's not good, targeting destruction. But also, you can destroy spell or traps. So I think the versatility in that you can target and destroy anything, pretty much, just as long as you're in the right position, or you have a monster in both positions, or can, that this card can pop pretty much anything. I do like that, so I think you will play this just because this is like the only form of disruption, like solid form of disruption you have like actually in the deck. So you definitely will probably have to play that, but I don't know if you play more than, you definitely don't play more than 2, I would say, because it seems like pretty searchable just by going through this guy, Drag Shovel. But yeah, I think these guys look pretty cool. I'm really interested to see how they officially work once, like, you know, I go through all the Earth Machines and we see people play around with it. I think all 3 archetypes have potential. I don't think any of them really stick out to me as like, here we go, jump right into the meta, just like how Sky Strikers, like almost as soon as they came out, they were like relevant, and then when Hayate came out, they were like actually the best deck straight up. So I don't think any of those jump out to me like that, but I do think they all have potential to be at least rogue options in some way, shape, or form. They all work with other cards we have. So, guys, let me know what you think about the Infinite Ignition cards. Let me know what how excited you are if this is archetype for you. They don't seem to have a ton of personality just because they're machines, I will say. But some people like that. So, to each your own, to each his own. Whatever. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel for more stuff from me in the future. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace on up, out. Yeah. I nailed that so good.